I recorded the cloud. All right. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes. Beautiful, beautiful miracle morning to everyone here. Welcome to this Ancient Secrets community call. So many of us around the world are gathering to celebrate the miracle experiment game. Today is a celebration call for people who have been for the last 30 days applying only 3 of the principles from Ancient Secrets of a Master Healer diligently each day. Dr. Ram, he said that there's knowing, there's doing, and there's being. And by taking just 3 of the principles in a way that's knowing, transfer them into doing every day, it has changed so many of our beings. And it's been a global experience. And so I am so excited. I woke up early this morning with this eager anticipation about being here on this call with you, also in a space of not knowing, in a space of also not knowing that we don't know everyone who's going to share today. And maybe one of those people that's going to share is you, and maybe you don't even know it yet. So this is definitely going to be an interactive call in which we'll have breakout rooms. Everyone who has been participating in this experience will have a chance to share one transformation or one experience that has benefited or blessed you, so that way through your experience it can bless all of us. There is a beautiful quote that has guided the whole experience, and it's at the opening of the book. I didn't come to teach you, I came to love you, and love will teach you. And love has guided you here today on this call, and love has guided me here. And I'm so excited to see what is in store for us as we enter this beautiful, sacred, holy space of allowing our hearts to be open, to be guided to what is it that you need in this moment. What is it that I need in this moment? What is it that we collectively need? You know, the world is changing at such a fast pace. This weekend, I'm with Gary Malkin. I've been participating in something called ATL, the Association of Transformational Leaders. And it's really interesting. So many people who have had thriving businesses or thriving situations are now faced with situations where the things that were working before don't work anymore. That the world is changing at such a fast pace, and even whatever worked during COVID isn't working anymore. And of these people who are beautiful leaders in the space of transformation, so many are facing their own transformation, facing situations in which whatever they had been doing, it just isn't working anymore. And there's big transformation inside of themselves, you know. And so I want to acknowledge anyone who feels like they're at that moment where, wow, whatever has been happening, you know, in my life, something's not working anymore, you know, and that you gave yourself the gift of joining this 30-day miracle experiment game for those that join, and also for those friends and family, for those in the Ancient Secrets community that are just joining the call today to celebrate, to be a part of it. Congratulations, you gave yourself a chance to be in this space where what if there's only even just one secret that you get in a new way. And it may not even be from anything I share or anything that was written in the book, but it may be from something someone says that you've never even met before in some area of the world that shares their story from their heart in such a way that there's like the beautiful aha moment about possibility that can happen when you do simple things that make a big difference. One of my mentors, one of my teachers says that big doors swing on little hinges. It's just a little hinge and big doors swing, and those doors can open today from those hinges. So I want to start by acknowledging some people, and we have some exciting announcements today. And first of all, acknowledging you for showing up today live, for showing up on the Facebook Live, or for showing up watching this recording. Yes, you know, Dr. Ram would say 80%, 90% of success is showing up. And you entered into a space in which you give your mind, your heart, your soul a chance to immerse yourself in new possibilities that then create a totally different, can create possibility of a totally different trajectory in your life. Cornelia, I want to acknowledge you And Carol Ray, I don't know if Carol is on the call today. I know that she did such a beautiful job leading last Sunday's call. And we just got a message that she's in situation with her daughter, even as it was like 3 a.m. when I got the message. And so I just want to start out for Carol, for her daughter, and for anyone who finds themselves in a challenging space for yourself or for someone you love. I just want to anchor in that we love you and that we're with you. And that even in this moment, a Titi Devo Bhava, to treat the unexpected guest as if God himself or herself has arrived, and that whatever is your challenge, your heartache, your obstacle has within it seeds of equal or greater benefit. In that space of holding that with love and trusting the divine in this experience for you, I just want us all just to rub our hands together. If you're the one that's experiencing some big transition or big challenge, you can put your hands on your heart. And if you're in a place of overflowing love, I just want to invite you, you can put your hands out like this. And I love you and I'm with you. And if you're the one experiencing some challenge, you just put it on your heart and say, I love me and I'm with you, me, and thank you. Now, for everyone, just because I want everyone to make sure you get a dose of loving yourself while receiving the love, I want you to put one hand on your heart and the other hand extending this love to everyone else. So I love you and I'm with you. And in this space of love, of possibility, Cornelia, let's go ahead and play the track of Dr. Naram. Mm-hmm. You've heard this before if you're in the miracle experiment game or you've participated in the past, but try listening as if it's the first time you're hearing it.
Namaskar. Now I want you to allow yourself to reprogram your wonderful subconscious mind. Believe it or not, my master, who lived up to 125, said, you have all the right to become successful. You have a right to become a winner. You have a right to face your fear and also your ego. And that can only happen when you are coming from your own authenticity and your own being. And my master said that every day morning, if you speak these words in this way, the way I am sharing with you, you become unstoppable. Everything becomes a new dimension. You become a magnetic personality. Success, happiness, joy, relationship, everything will come to you as if you are a magnet. Allow yourself to become that magnet. My wonderful child, you are having powerful, magnetic, dynamic, loving, healing and happy personality. Your memory is improving. Your energy is improving. Your relationship with your body, mind, and emotions are improving dramatically. You are loving yourself because you are wonderful. You are loving yourself. You are liking yourself. Your self-esteem is becoming better. Your self-image is transforming into a magnetic personality. You are becoming unstoppable. You are able to achieve whatever you want in your life. The power is within you. You are able to touch, move, and inspire. Your power is touching hundreds of people, thousands of people, millions of people. You are able to achieve whatever you want from now because you have got powerful, positive, magnetic, dynamic, loving, healing, and happy personality. Your relationship with your family is improving. Your relationship in your work is improving. Your relationship with your customer, relationship with the people around you is dramatically improving. Your choices are becoming clear.
Mm. Oh. Mm.
Music anymore, Clint.
Mm. In the miracle experiment game, this opportunity is to connect with more of life by tuning in, more to the space of gratitude, more to focusing on what we want versus what we don't want, and by trusting that whatever unexpected guests come is God himself or herself arising in our lives is powerful and life-changing. And yeah, it's beautiful to hear the experiences of so many people that after immersing yourself in these principles, it doesn't mean that life automatically becomes easy, but life becomes better. and whatever challenges or obstacle come, we're different to meet those challenges, those obstacles. I'm conscious of not only those in this group, but this is a global group. And all those things that are happening on planet Earth right now, all the conflicts, all the hurt, all the transitions that are happening in Israel and Azerbaijan, different areas of the world, and in different homes that we never hear about. The different challenges and obstacles happening with those that are experiencing health challenges for themselves or those they love, for transitions from this life to the next, for financial difficulties or relationship difficulties, or any of the challenges that being human we face. What a gift that we have this space to come to. We have this fire to sit around, to be warmed not only by beautiful Dr. Naram's voice and the powerful words of hope, of life that he shares, the words that he shared with me, but also the words of each other. And sometimes I found that the most powerful, actually oftentimes I found the most powerful things that happen on this call, nothing that we planned. And the most unexpected, beautiful gifts come in often the breakout rooms. And when you hear someone share from sometimes some other part of the world, or maybe from your own neighborhood that you didn't know until you came to this call, and when you hear them share their story, their experience, it just touches something inside of you. And also, I want you to open up to the possibility that you may be that angel. That's something you may share, something you may be like, okay, I have the courage to share. This is the right space, and your heart and your vulnerability. You just share whatever is that struggle, that challenge, that breakthrough, even if it's in process, even if it's not totally completed. You just say, I just want to share this, that a beautiful, beautiful thing can happen for others. So thank you for being here. And before we jump into some of the sharing, and Cornelia and I are co-hosting today's call. Actually, first of all, Cornelia, I want you to share. What has this miracle experiment game been like for you? And then I want to go into some gratitude for all the pieces that have been in place to make this happen. So let's put our hands together like this. And just as Cornelia shares, we love you and we're with you, Cornelia. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. For me, it was an amazing experience. And I was just saying to Dr. Clint before the call, I really felt it was a gift given to me to be able to facilitate the daily activations and to see the changes in front of my eyes of everyone who participated. And I was really pleased that we had always around 30, so 35 people showing up every single day. And I personally benefited from it as well, because for me, even doing the mamas every single day and learning how other people explain the mamas in a way that I hadn't done it before. And I think that was a great setup for all of us that were a part of it to learn. And everyone who couldn't be on the calls, they are up on Kajabi, so you can go back, you can watch them. And even if it's just for really going through the mamas every single day, I think that was, in comparison to what we did before in the MEG, in the Miracle Experiment game, that was the game changer as well, to meet every single day and do the mamas together. And I guess some of the people today who are sharing will say that the mamas doing them daily really made the difference.
Oh, it's so beautiful. I just want to acknowledge you again, Cornelia. You're right before the call started, Cornelia's like, this is a commitment. Well, it's a beautiful commitment. And to be able to show up each day for yourself and anchor this in is so awesome. So everyone who participated in any of those morning activation calls, came to any of the Sunday calls and applied these principles, we love you. We're with you. Thank you. You are connected with all of us. And by you doing this for you, it helps all those in your life simultaneously. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you, Cornelia, for leading those. Thank you, Carol, for assisting so beautifully. And all the mentors. I just want to read the names of these mentors. Beverly and Vinay, thank you so much. Chris and Janet, Susan, Thank you so much. Esther, Francis, Cornelia, and Katie. Thank you. Susie and Jana, Jan and Joseph, Randy and Levi, Anne and Heidi, and then guiding our international group. So simultaneously, this miracle experiment game has been in 3 other languages: Russian, French, and Italian. And those groups were so fun to be a part of and see all the activity. And so big thank you to Stephanie. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And Renara, thank you, thank you, thank you. And Ilaria, wow, you guys did amazing. So to the mentors who showed up in love, not because they're getting paid, not because they're getting any award or acknowledgement, but just because they want to be a part of the magic and they want to facilitate, be a part of what is going to happen for each person that came. Thank you for showing up. And some of you mentors for a long time. Did I go ahead, Cornelia? Did I miss someone?
Yeah, I did actually miss someone when I sent the list to you, and
Please.
one of them is Chris. She was actually co-hosting with Esther, and then what we also have is the Friday group, and that were Shamini and Nikhil.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, so those they couldn't attend on the morning, Shamini and Nikhil. And some have been mentors for a long time, like Randy. I love that you've carried through, and it's been so fun. And Randy, I just want to see, this experience, being a mentor with Levi and having the perspective. Any words you want to share about your experience in this miracle experiment game, Randy?
So I can say is, in our group or our breakout rooms, we got into some very interesting conversations. It wasn't a big group, it was 4 or 5 people all the time, but whatever the theme was, it seemed to stimulate sideways conversations. And we stayed on for, God, I was on from this one to the next one for usually about 3 hours. So it was, I learned a lot. It was very interesting all around.
I really touched my heart where on your birthday this last year, you just kind of recounted it's things that I'd never even known from previous miracle experiment games and how it shifted like a trajectory of an experience of life, of living. And I just think about you and your wife and being in Costa Rica, and you're so much in my heart, Randy. I'm so grateful to see you here.
Well, maybe you can get your body down here sometime.
Yeah, exactly. In fact, maybe that's one of the announcements. Next miracle experiment game. What if we do it live in Costa Rica in Randy's home?
Well, it won't be finished building till about January. So
okay.
It's a good location though for it, for sure.
Yeah. I want to say that having a global group is so fun. And so in the chat, I just want you to just acknowledge your presence just by putting your name and where you're joining from, just everyone, just for the fun of it. And while you're doing that, I want to also, Randy, your co-mentor partner, Levi, you were on almost all of the morning activation calls. It was so fun. I didn't know you were going to lead the morning that I was able to come on live as well. What was your experience in this miracle experiment game?
Well, my experience was obviously being like a mentor, but assistant mentor, I felt, because I was learning so much. I was learning how to just share and listen and just participate. And so pushing the marmas and writing the gratitude and what we want, being very specific. That was a practice that I'm not pushing the marmas, but just writing like what I'm grateful for has been a masterpiece in my life. But this was very much more specific, and this was so vital for my life because I'm going through such a big transition right now, and knowing what I want and like being able to see through the fog and being able to have clarity and being able to like reconnect with yourself every morning and to listen to Dr. Naram's meditation. Every day miracles happened in my life, and every day after this moment in time, after the experience, after the 30 minutes, I would be just full of energy and full of happiness and full of direction. And I was just always so grateful. And throughout this time, throughout the 30 days, I would talk about it. And I was telling on the last that morning that I shared that I walked everybody through that night before. I had one of my clients in my chair who was going through some become a tattoo artist, and he was going through something really big. He was really down, and I started to tell him about the ancient secrets, and I pushed his marma, his letting go marma, because he was telling me his story, and I said, dude, there's a letting go marma, and I pushed it for him 6 times, and then I patted him on his thing, and the next morning he texted me and he said, I woke up so happy today. Whatever you did yesterday helped me. And so I just really grateful, and there's the science behind gratitude every day and knowing what you want. And I'm just, it's continuing. It's a momentum that built, and it's something that I'm going to do continuously. And I'm just excited for what's to come.
Oh, so beautiful. It's so powerful. There's so much gold in what Levi just shared. Who feels like they're in some big transition in their life? Either you're going through it or you've recently been through it. And so when you're in the transition and you're moving into the unknown, it's so easy, especially the world, humanity. You know, a lot of people here on this call are empaths in one way or another. So you may pick up anxiety or nervousness or whatever from just the world, you know. But in moving into the unknown, oftentimes we can operate from fear. It's easy, and it's all over the media. You know, when you hear any story, it's told from a certain perspective. And oftentimes our family, our friends, or the media, they come from fear, anxiety, what you don't want. And they're painting the picture from that perspective. But what Levi shared is so powerful, is that by just focusing every day, okay, what do I want? It's not being so naive, you're not acknowledging the challenge. You're just saying, okay, I acknowledge this challenge, but what do I want? And then by actually in any situation, no matter how challenging, no matter how difficult, there's always something to be grateful for. And by just tuning that dial to say, okay, what if life is happening for me? What if a DT Devil Baba, what if the unexpected guest today is actually God himself or herself showing up? And so in that moment, seeing if there's something you can be grateful for is extremely powerful. And then to let go, you know, to have this tool, not only for yourself, that in any moment you can let go of something that's not serving you by pressing that marma and doing the process, but then also we can help others. You know, during this miracle experiment game, it's been so fun to be in just going around the world and to launch the book in Turkey. Before it even showed up, it was on its 3rd printing, and have hundreds of people show up in the different cities and just see that, wow, what a crazy, beautiful experience, that even during the earthquakes, when there was no one getting to certain places, we had people come from those earthquake zones and share with us beautiful miracle experiences just from having the principles and some of the processes like marma, and then to be able to go to Japan, you know, and to be able to see the amazing miracles happen there. And then also to be able to be in Nepal. I just want to just show this picture of some of these beautiful kids. And, you know, a lot of what we've done, or whatever financial, you know, contribution has come towards this miracle experiment game. We support these beautiful orphan kids in Nepal. And I feel their energy for everyone who's participated in this course, blessing us. And it was so fun to be there with them and have them also, as we're teaching some of the marmas, sharing that process. So Levi, thank you so much for being an exciting, beautiful example of possibility. And when you just say yes to life, you say yes to, okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this experiment. I'm gonna play this game, and I'm gonna see what happens. Anything else you want to share, Levi, before we go into some of the stories from people?
Besides that, I just want to share that that this has helped move me into more of what I want, in the sense of knowing exactly what I want, and down to the exact detail. And so I just want to share that I'm just really grateful that I'm a part of this community. That's ultimately that I did say yes, and that I found you guys, and that this has actually transformed my life in major ways that there's no looking back at this point. So
yeah, it's so fun. Well, I'm so grateful for the miracle moment I met you at VibraVision in Utah, of all places. And it's so fun. Another person who's participating is on the call right now is Joan and Sean, joining from VibraVision right now. You're in level 2, experiencing level 2 right now. And it's so fun. You know, I don't know if you guys remember. So thank you, Levi, for sharing so powerfully. I'm just going to keep you on the screen for a little bit, but in the process of saying, what do I want? For me, I got clear. Okay, I want to create this, endowment fund for the orphan kids. So the interest goes. And then the second part that was unique to this miracle experiment is, okay, what's your number one priority? And when I said my number one priority, it was, oh, I need to focus on my health. It was unexpected. And so part of what I did in that space was go to VibraVision, actually. And then it met through it unexpectedly, just by focusing supposedly on my health without having any intention of, I wasn't there for any other agenda other than just, okay, I want to refresh myself. And then in that space, so many miracles happened that helped move forward the whole original thing that I wanted. And I thought that was one of the most beautiful things about this game, is that unexpectedly, by just focusing on what my priority was, it helped for the overall thing to happen more than pushing it or pulling it or depleting all my energy. Focusing on that, with the intensity is actually by releasing it a little bit and saying, okay, I need to align myself with my own health. Then meeting Joan and so many other beautiful people, that so many miracles happened, even in this miracle experiment game, having Mike and Maureen, two of the beautiful people that are there, come to Nepal and actually teach the orphan kids some of this beautiful VibraVision meditation techniques, and then see all the miracles of financial abundance happen through that. That wasn't part of I didn't have a plan. It was so beautiful to see. So the fact that you're there right now, Joan and Sean, in the midst of level 2 is so fun. And I just want you to just share anything from your heart about what's happened in this miracle experiment game for you. Any kind of miracles that you witnessed, or just whatever you want to share from your heart about any of the principles or the book or whatever you feel.
Well, I just think that it's amazing that the universe is so loving and it brought us all together. I just keep saying we're getting the tribe back together. And this is our day 5 in VibraVision, and even Dr. Todd showed up last night unexpectedly. Oh. And Maureen's mom was in the hospital, and we were sending her love. And Boss Mike said, "Send it up to your higher self. Send it over to her." And the day later, she was throwing pillows off her bed, and Maureen's like, "Why are you throwing the pillows?" She was, "Because I can." She was just full of funk, and so we were just feeling that. Wow. Mike said, "What? Well, it probably wasn't us, but." So, I mean, miracles happen every day. So this whole thing, it's just being part of life and being alive right now is amazing. And I got to room with Sean, and we had the best time. And I said, "Yeah, come on, call Clint's gonna give the final day of the miracle experiment." And it just worked out perfectly, because we got to go in about half an hour, but it just worked out perfectly that we got to be on the call. So yeah,
thank you so much for your work.
So fun, Sean, to see you there, and so fun, Joan, that you're joining from that spaciousness of through so many of the beautiful things, miracles that have happened for me that have unfolded, and that you're saying yes to your own health, your own growth, and it's beautiful. Sometimes when we're in the midst of some transition, some challenge, or some goal, some mission, we get so focused on what is that thing that we forget to take care of ourselves, And so just by stepping away from everything else, just for a moment, to go into the part of, okay, I need to share from my fullness, and that you're doing that is so fun. So thank you so much, Joe, and thank you, Sean. Yeah, please give my love to everyone there. Give a big hug to Maureen and to her mom through her on behalf of all of us here. In fact, let's all give some big love to Maureen's mom as well. We love you and we're with you. All right, beautiful. Now I want to turn, so my co-host on today's call is Cornelia. And Cornelia was on the call yesterday with the mentors, in which we've selected some of you to be able to share your stories. And there's others who probably know you have a burning inside of you, like, I need to share my story. I'm a little nervous, but I'm excited. Sometimes you feel that your heart beating and you know that it's your time to share. We're going to go into breakout rooms at a certain point, so everyone will have a chance to share their story. But we do have some people in mind. And so, Cornelia, do you want to lead this part of the beautiful call?
Yeah, I can do that. And the first one that I actually also mentioned that I wanted to share is actually Shifra, and she has already raised her hand. Okay, Shifra, your time.
Yeah, no, I think that it's great to see everybody, and thanks to it's really nice to see you, Dr. Clint, and thankful to everybody. And I still don't have a place, to go yet, but I'm taking good steps. I'm doing things that make sense and putting out the word, and my spirits are good around it. And I do an open mic, and that's been going really well. And
Can I
things
ask you one question?
Sure.
From now versus 30 days ago, so not all the challenges have gone away, which is, it's life, but what change do you notice? What transformation have you seen in yourself as a result of?
I don't know, but I'm not so angry. I'm just, most of the time I'm not so angry. I just don't feel angry. I cry sometimes, but I'm not so angry, I would say. And I'm more, I'm proactive. I've just become very proactive about the whole situation, and I keep reaching out, and I see possibilities, like, I don't know what will happen. And it's not easy, but I can see that this is good because it has me a little on my toes rather than just kind of vegetating. And I hold out the possibility that I could find a live-in kind of situation, place to live with travel, where maybe I could, get off a disability and not have a Section 8. I would prefer that, I see possibilities. Like I'm planning, I don't know if it's still going to happen, to go to Israel, Palestine. And I do feel heartbroken about that. And I would just love that there'd be some kind of miracle that can stop the killing. I mean, there were a couple hundred people killed there, but it's because of stuff that's been done. This isn't coming out of nowhere. People need to understand that. I'm a Jew. I'm at a synagogue, and I don't like what's happening to Palestinians. I want people to just live in peace and equality like we do here. We're from all over the world. We're different colors, different sexual orientations, not even the same politics. And that's what the vision I hold. And for the Armenians and Azerbaijan, that, I want to, hold the whole world in love. I hate killing. I hate nationalism. I just hate it. I love, I just love people. I don't care where people come from. I don't believe in guns and bombs and flags and all that kind of stuff. I just don't believe in it, So, I don't, it's beyond political for me. I just don't believe in that. I just believe in a circle of humanity all across the world. And, like the children we care for in Nepal. I don't know how it's going to happen, but I want to contribute to that so that people have housing and food and can live in peace. There's no reason we can't get along with each other. We look the same. Arabs and Jews look the same, and some Jews are Arabs, but it's not about looks. Doesn't matter if you look totally different than me. Just one world. I want to live. I want a world of love and peace where everyone has what they need and takes good care of Mother Earth. Anyway, that's what I've always believed in since I was a little girl. So that's it.
Yeah, Shifra, thank you so much. Your sharing triggered many thoughts in me. First was actually that even when I was in Turkey, when Giovanni and I were in Turkey, and we were at the book launch in some city that I had never ever been to before, and just the line of people that were there, but one of the women in particular, she just kept hugging us over and over again. And her son was there, and she was talking about, oh, these are some of the guards, but she was just talking about how because of the ancient secrets, her blood pressure became balanced, her heart challenges went away. But the most exciting thing for her was her kids were so surprised because they're like, Mom, you're not angry anymore, and they couldn't believe, because they had and hurt people. And so when you're hurting or you're in some struggle, lots of times it's hard. But by releasing a lot of that, it creates a new possibility. And you've had this mission or desire inside of you, Shifra, that your voice becomes a part of the solution on the planet. And it's so beautiful to see the miracle unfold that it just happened, even continuation of it yesterday that you don't know. But yesterday I was sitting actually with Jack Canfield. And it was so fun to talk with him about all the things. But one of the miracles is that your poem is going to be in his upcoming book about letting love guide. And how beautiful to see that, you can have a wish, a desire, a fear that maybe my voice isn't heard, but then just have the courage to share the poetry that comes sometimes from the pain, sometimes from the hope, and then to see the healing power of love unfolding through it, that the voice reaches whoever it needs to reach, so that the miracles can continue to happen. So thank you, Shifra, for showing up. Not only has your miracle impacted you, But Cornelia, can you just speak to what other people watching Shifra's transition and what's happened for you as you're watching Shifra?
I mean, I could see definitely the change. And as you were saying, you're not as angry. And from the very first time you were on the calls to going, first of all, through the 101 and really starting to apply. And now the daily activations.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah.
Beautiful to see that.
Yeah, and I wanted to, oh, thank you. I wanted to say that one day I was so stressed. My blood pressure was really high, and my blood pressure is usually quite low. And I did this stuff, I did the things, I did the marmas and breathing. And Cornelia said, tell your body what you want it to do. And I told my body to lower my blood pressure, and it went from like 169 to like 140 very quickly, so.
That's so
So,
good.
so,
thank-
and
thank
thank
you.
you. I love you all. I really, really, really love you all,
What's a
and
big
I hope
thing?
that love, our love can fill this whole world, can fill Israel and Palestine, because it's an energy spot, it's sacred to Jews, to Christians, to Muslims, to Baha'i, to Druze, to a whole bunch of other people. It doesn't matter what religion you are, but that love can come from that place. We don't need an apocalypse. We need love and peace and justice, for everybody, everywhere, all across the world. And Armenians, there's many other places, Congo, all over our country. There's a lot of craziness going on. And I don't know, there's just one human race. That's all I know. Just one human race.
But for those that are affected in Israel right now, let's just put our hands
It's
together.
Israel and Palestine. I'm gonna say
Palestine.
that.
Yeah,
And
beautiful.
both
Thank
are
you so
being
much.
affected. Yeah, sorry. I just think that there's two peoples being affected, and
Absolutely. So Shifra, let's put our hands
yeah,
together, and instead of coming from fear, anxiety, let's come from love. And
love.
just send so much love. We love you and we're with you.
Love you, and we're with you.
Mm. Mm. And how powerful that Shifra, coming from a place where even transitioning out of her own home, to be able to be saying, no, what the solution is love. That's
And what's also inspiring for me was that she really wanted to change, and she did it by showing up every single day.
Yeah, beautiful. Who's next, Cornelia?
Well, there are a few. One of them was Rhonda, but I think Rhonda is not on the call today. I would like, if he is here, is Rob.
Rob. Oh, beautiful. Just one second.
Etienne wants to speak.
Hi,
Okay.
Well, I just was not just acknowledging the scene. So good to see you here.
Okay.
Love you, brother. But you want to go to Ron?
Yep. To
All
Ron.
right. Ron, beautiful. Hey, brother. I don't know if you can unmute yourself. Let's see.
Did I manage?
There we go.
Very good. So good to see you. So good to see everybody here. It's been an amazing experience all the way through. The gratitude, the learning of gratitude has taught me to get more into my heart space and out of my head space, which then seems to then slow everything down. And then I'm more aware of my presence, like I was as a child, when everything in the world was amazing, and you're just like so focused on a butterfly or just the simplest things. So it really, the practice brought to present awareness. And then in doing that, I feel like a youthing effect, like I'm getting younger again, because it's of being in that present awareness. And it's small, it's cumulative, but it keeps building on itself. The more you practice it, the more just little bits, but it's such a gentle practice, and so empowering. And I have just loved every minute of it since right from the very beginning, since I met you. It's like, this is somebody that I want to get to know. This is somebody I want to be around. And then I found out that everybody else I want to get to know. I want to be around, So it's been just a fantastic experience, and just looking forward to continuing with.
That's so beautiful. Thank you, Ron. That's so beautiful. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
All right, Cornelia, who else would you like to share?
Who else? Joan, if she is here. I haven't seen her yet.
Joan Johnson.
Yeah,
All right, Joan. Yeah.
yes, I would like you to share.
Well, that's been a really powerful situation. Being on there every day and doing the marvelous was really, really powerful. And then hearing Dr. Naram's meditation and at the end of it was very, very powerful. And then I'm going to say I binge watch the activations. I did the morning one, then I did 3 more. And that afternoon I was really, really calm. And I think it was as a result of doing the Mormons so many times in one day. I was kind of amazed. And I kind of didn't realize that until later in the day. So it's just been really powerful. I'm looking forward to do Ancient Secrets 101 again, because I got started on that and went on this tangent of what I've learned about myself and what's been driving me. And I'm not as driven as I was.
Mm.
And I just give my hats off to all of you, Cornelia, Carol, Jana, Katie, and you, Dr. Clint, for just having this foundation.
Who was your mentors? Was it?
Okay, well, in the breakout room, it was Cornelia and Katie and
Yeah, beautiful. I'm actually going to have Katie come on right now. Katie, any transitions that you've seen happen for Joan as you've been witnessing her process in this 30 days?
Okay, I'm going to cry again because it has just been, it's such a profound honor and gift to get to witness people's changes and experience my own along with it, but to see, Joan, from where you came from the very beginning, and I don't remember what you started with, but I feel like we have been together through these changes, through all of it, and to see where you are now with, you just have this centeredness and calm and your kindness and compassion for yourself and for everyone around you and in the group has come out. And it's just, I just love seeing you becoming so much more comfortable with and loving towards yourself and celebrating, the little, like even the littlest thing, using the vegetable steamer was such a celebration. It was so much fun. It's just so much fun to get to see it and be with you. My heart is really with you, and I just love you so much.
Thank you. And I agree. And using the steamer was like, I hadn't used it for like forever. And so it's a matter of getting it ready and, and then the one I'd had for like years that I never used. So anyway, thank you for sharing that.
It's so beautiful. Sometimes we can see the miracles that happen for us, but sometimes it's other people around us that witness it in us.
Yeah.
And so one of the gifts of having the mentors and having our these small groups is sometimes they can see stuff, or our family can see stuff in us. So thank you so much, Katie, for being not only a beautiful mentor, but witness and celebrator, of the transitions when they come. So beautiful. And Joan, wow, thank you for inspiring us with your presence and saying yes. I don't want to put you on the spot. You can definitely opt out of answering this question if you want to, but what's your age right now?
I'm 83.
83 years young. And at 83, Joan is saying yes to life, saying yes, I can do this. I can live with more happiness and health and peace of mind and energy and being a contribution on this planet. So thank you, Joan. So happy that you're here and celebrating your youthfulness. Yeah, beautiful.
I plan to live as best I can for as long as I can. Yeah. Be as healthy as I can. So,
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much. So let's put our hands together for Joan, for Katie, for everyone else who's shared, Ron, and everyone else, Shifra. We love you. We're with you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
you. And thank you, guys. Love you and I'm with you. Thank you, Katie.
Yeah, so beautiful. So now so far what's happening is like a appetizer. Main course will be in the breakout rooms where everyone will have a chance to share and also share sometimes people will be able to share your reflection on someone in your group, some change that maybe you've seen happen in them. And so sometimes those words of affirmation or confirmation will be some of the most beautiful things that happen. So Cornelia, I just want to get a quick check-in. How close are we in the break? You need a little bit of time to get the breakouts ready? Okay, so while you're getting the breakouts ready, I'm just going to call on a couple other people. One of the things that I've celebrated in this miracle game is the languages and having the people in the different languages. And the other thing is having some of my own family participate with me. And I see my sisters on this call. But first of all, Renara, I don't know if you're in a position you can put on your camera, but you guided not only the miracle group that was helped with Stephanie in French, but also in Russian. And one of my personal goals I didn't share, but one of the personal things I wanted to is the book has been completed in Russian, but we haven't been able to get it into Russia yet. It was a little bit like Turkey. The book was completed. We couldn't even ship it to Asin because we just wouldn't go from Amazon anywhere until all of a sudden a miracle moment happened. And then the whole thing opened up. And now it's throughout all of Turkey. Same thing happened in Iran. When it was so hard after it was translated to get the book in there. And then all of a sudden a miracle unfolded through having Dr. Susan, a doctor here in LA, see the book in the intern's office, and then having the TV show in Iran and connecting with the #1 publisher that now the book is spread throughout Iran. I wanted the same thing for Russia. And so before I share about the miracle that I've seen happen, I want Renara, if you have a moment just to share what has this been like leading the miracle experiment game in multiple languages?
First of all, it was absolutely amazing to have all of these groups, Sorry, I'm in this store now, so maybe there are some noises. Yeah, so it was amazing that we had the French group, Russian group, Italian group, and probably the biggest miracle for all of us, it was the power of what do I want every day. Because it connected us to the present moment and what it's really, it doesn't matter if it's small or big, but what really I want now. And it's also our dream, Clint, to publish this book in Russia and to spread that everywhere. Actually, the world needs this book in every languages, that is for sure. But we are making all everything to publish it in Moscow or St. Petersburg, and it will be the resolution of the miracle of our game, I hope.
Yes. Well, I want to share this with you. And for anyone who is at the Ancient Secrets Unstoppable Celebration in Sedona, you're a part of this miracle, whether you know it or not. So because of being in Sedona, because the Miracle Unstoppable Celebration was there, then afterwards, some of you came to a dinner, like a salon dinner. That I know Joseph and Susan, you were there, and I had a chance to share with Dr. Todd and some other people who were there sharing. And someone in the audience, her name is Catherine, I just had brought with me one Russian book. I didn't know why, but I had it actually with me. And I gave it to her, and she's a beautiful person who does all kinds of healing work in Sedona. So during this miracle game, when I had this intention, all of a sudden I got this message. She says, Clint, any chance you can overnight one more of your Russian books to my house? And I was like, okay, why? And she talks about how her aunt is a publisher in Russia, but in Sedona at the time doing some of the healing work. She said that there's a man who's a super high conscious Russian banker building out a big meditation and self-development center in Russia. He's super connected and wants to grow spiritually and elevate others in Russia. He also backs some of my aunt's publishing deals, and he was asking for more new things that I found that he should definitely bring to Russia. And I said, your book is phenomenal. So even though I think I was in Turkey at the time, I had Joey go to my mom's house, take the Russian book, overnight it. And it's so beautiful to see what happened from that. I don't know, but it happened in this miracle space, and it came from the whole Sedona Unstoppable Celebration, the fact that we were there. So I just want to celebrate that with you, Renara. And who knows what thing will lead to which thing, but thank you for showing up in so much love, Renara, and for being a part of this unfolding miracle that we're witnessing together.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That is the blessing and the happiness, and it is really blessing to lead to be mentor in the miracle game, because the miracle happened to me, you know. So just to see this smile of the people, to be with every day, and it's make the gratitude stronger.
Mm.
You know, I am grateful for every breathing. So thank you.
Thank you, Renara. It's so beautiful. All right, I want to go to my sister. I know also Mariana is here. Karen wants to share. And then when I was in the breakout room for the, I don't know, Lindy, if you'll feel comfortable sharing, but you just touched my heart when I was in the breakout room with you. So we'll just go through some quick shares, 1 minute, and then also my sister, I want you to share, but let's go to Karen first, and then we'll go to Mariana, then we'll go to my sister, and then Lindy, if you feel comfortable sharing.
This
Karen.
is so big for me that I want to share it with everybody.
Yes, please.
I want to preface it first that sometimes we have healings that we aren't aware of because we're staying stuck with the idea we still have an issue. And so I just want to preface it with that, because I had an ulcer and I had a scope, and they said, oh, here's the ulcer, we see it. And then later on, I did some work with it before this group. Okay. And then I had it scoped again and it was gone. But I was living with the idea I still had that ulcer and it was gone. So now the big news is that during this miracle class, I became aware months and months ago that I had macular degeneration, which terrified me. And so I changed my eating. I did the 30-day detox. I did some other healing work. I went to the eye doctor. It's gone.
I wish, Karen, because I'm looking at everyone's faces whenever I'm on the call. I wish you could have seen simultaneously the reaction of people around the world as you shared that. It was like a magnification of the joy. Wow, so beautiful. And if you're a microcosm of the macrocosm, Karen, and that through this miracle experiment game, think of the metaphor of it, that your eyesight became more clear.
Right.
At the same time that your heart sight was becoming more clear, and that you're letting go of who you thought you were, your identity, that I have this or I am this, and releasing that and saying, okay, actually, that's not my life anymore. Actually, I'm different. That's not a part of my experience. And that through letting go of the identification with any kind of dis-ease, your eyesight became better. It's so powerful. It's so beautiful. So let's rub our hands together, give so much love to Karen. Thank you. We love you. We're with you. Thank you for inspiring us in this way and for just sharing. And also so much love to our beautiful poet friend. I hope she comes on again. And
thank you. And
more.
Thanks for sharing in my excitement. Thank you so much.
Good. So this is a little taste of what's going to happen in the breakout rooms for everyone who has a chance to share and go into those. We're going to go pretty soon, but real quick, I want to go to a couple more 1 minute shares. Mariana, yay, our Sedona, Sedona miracle.
I'm really excited to be here. The biggest gift for me of the miracle experiment itself was listening to Dr. Naram, and then at some point I started saying everything that he said in the first person. So it just amplified, and it was really just such a gift. And the gift of the sharing. I love the breakout rooms. Every time I came to a breakout room, who do I get to meet with today? Yeah. The biggest miracle is how on earth I got connected with this, and we were talking about this the other day. Dr. Clint is making a mung bean soup, something or other. I can't remember. You're writing.
Yeah, I'm making a book with a lot of the miracle stories of those who have been taking mung bean soup. What happened? So it's a compilation of those stories. Yeah.
My contribution to that is that 4 months before the May meeting or June meeting, whenever it was last June, I knew nothing about ancient secrets, but I was instructed by spirit to order mung beans, and I ordered white mung beans and green mung beans and yellow mung beans and orange mung beans and black mung beans. I had all these mung beans accumulating in my cupboard, and I had no idea what I was going to use mung beans for. And then that's part of it's like these miracles. I call God the grand choreographer. So things are set up in the energy field that we get to tap into. So for 4 months preparatory, that was happening. And then, and actually the other piece of it, for the Cryon conference, I didn't really know much about Cryon, but I love waving. And I've waved at many conferences, and I just signed up because I thought I'm going to give myself a 5-day break of just waving at people as they're coming in. And the first day I noticed that the vibration of the people coming to this conference was different than any conference I'd ever waved at before. I said, I better go inside and find out what's happening. And that's where I connected with you and mung beans. And I said, oh, mung bean soup? That's why the mung beans. And then you had this workshop for 3 days after that, and I signed up for that. And that's how I got onto it. It's like all by just listening. I mean, it's like if we just get out of our own brain's way and just listen to the inspiration that arrives and follow orders, life unfolds in the most miraculous way. And you're keep describing this in different ways, and then the final punch with the mung bean soup is, I've been told for years, if you sprout things, they double or quintuple in nutrition value. So before I make my mung bean soup, I take 2 days sprouting the mung beans before I make the soup. So just add that into your soup making. Thank you.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you so much. Let's put our hands together for that miracle. She learned about everything through having visions of mung beans and then seeing a group that very much loves those, that delicious, beautiful gift of the planet. Thank you so much, Marianne. So beautiful. All right. There's so many things we can say, but because she brought up mung beans, one of the announcements we have is that anyone who wants to join a 7-day detox, we're announcing the next one will be January 1st to the 7th. The first 7 days of the year, we're going to do a 7-day delicious detox. I put the link for anyone that wants to join in that experience. We'll actually have a coupon code for those who are live today, where you can have it for something like half off, whatever is that. And then the money goes to help support the orphan kids in Nepal. The other thing that was mentioned by Joan Johnson was about Ancient Secrets 101. And we're announcing today that the next Ancient Secrets 101 will be happening. Cornelia, I believe, I just put it in the chat, but it'll be starting January 11th. So if you've already participated, awesome. Give yourself the chance to see it from your new perspective. If you haven't yet, Ancient Secrets 101 is a beautiful experience of going deeper. And I put the link for that. And then the other thing we're announcing is we'll have a semi-guided 100-day Ancient Secrets experience, 14 weeks, 3 months, where you go deeper into applying it, where you learn not just about the processes and results, but you go deeper in the principles. And then there's another thing in the newsletter that we announced, which is we'll be having a second cohort of people that want to join the 3-year practitioner training. The first cohort is about to complete. We just have 1 year left, actually, in the 3-year training. So we're preparing. There's an application for those that want to join that. And then if anyone wants to join me in Nepal or Brazil, we just have a few spots left for that. You can send a message and I can give you information about those special retreats. So just want to make sure we got those announcements. All right, we have a couple more 1-minute shares before we go in the breakout room. Actually, Cornelia, how close are we to the breakout rooms?
Yeah, good. So we can go in, yeah.
Okay,
so we are ready here.
Little snapshot, let's say 30 seconds to 1 minute. We're just want to go for 3 people. Diane, first of all. Anything I see you raising your hand. I just want to make sure you get a chance to share.
Yeah, so I just wanted to say that I had this huge breakthrough last night, and I've been so grateful for Cornelia, with the movement and just this whole program this month. And I injured myself and tore all the ligaments when I went to Tijuana for my teeth on my and so I thought, that was always my what do I want, is I would like to be able to dance again. And it's taken a long time, the journey, and they've had to re-injure it. But anyway, so last night I went to see a friend. I volunteered for this movement, this big dance thing that was happening. And I just went, I'm going to just dance a little bit. And I ended up being fully dancing like I didn't even think about it. And it was just this morning I went, oh my God, I was dancing. And I even used my huge silks that I have, you know, for dancing and movement to set, you know, reggae and Latin music. And so that's huge for me. And I'm
Dancing again.
just so grateful. So my foot is healed.
Oh, it's so awesome.
That makes me happy.
Oh, we got so powerful. We're gonna send you so much love, Diane Marie. Well, we love you. We're with you. Wow. If you're a microcosm of the macrocosm, then not only are we going to see better, we're going to be dancing, all of us, which is really fun for me. I love dancing. So beautiful. All right, my sister Becky, I don't know, I have to put you on the spot, and it's really difficult to share for just 30 seconds. But I just want to
I'll talk for a lot longer than 30 seconds if you let me. I just want to share that I think this time last time I definitely needed an energy push, and it was so beautiful. And this time I needed to realize that I don't have to have that energy push all the time, that it's okay to not be pushing and not to let things happen naturally, and to know that it's okay that my daughters want to experience movement in different ways than I do. It's okay if we are feeling kind of sick, that we don't push ourselves to like be focused for whatever time, but that we can just be on our own and do what we need to. And so I'm just so grateful to recognize that cycles are part of life, and they're a beautiful part of life. And it's good to recognize those and to appreciate those moments when you can just pause and not have to be pushing.
Oh, so beautiful. Let's anchor that in. Everyone, let's put our hand right here 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's all anchor that in. You know, that we can let things, Dr. Ram says, let it unfold. There's conscious mind, subconscious, and superconscious. In fact, one part of this upcoming 100-day experience in Ancient Secrets is when you do things consciously, you're pushing, it's one thing, but what we do from gratitude, focus on what you want, listening to the meditation, it affects subconscious, where by actually letting go, and part of it is letting, it's so beautiful. My sister had 2 of her daughters participate in this miracle experiment game too, and didn't happen the way that she thought, but also it's a miracle what happened for them. But letting go of the expectations of other people as well, and just trusting Atiti Devo Bawa and the miracles that can come from that. I love you, Rebecca. I'm so glad you participate in this, and I'm so happy that you're in my family, in my heart, and to share this experience with you has been such a treasure. So let's put our hands together for her and her amazing family, all the things that you are going through, experiencing, all the dreams you have. We love you and we're with you.
Thank you.
And we don't have to effort all the time. We can actually relax. So beautiful.
You coming forward too, Nora?
Oh, Eleonora. Yeah. Our youngest member of the Miracle Experiment game this time that I know of. Thank you for participating, Eleonora. All right. Love you, Becky. Oh, sorry about that. So now, Lindy, I know it's a little bit surprise, but just because I had never met you before until the breakout room, and it's so fun to see you here. Your energy, your love, your participation, just in 30 seconds or less, and you can share more in the breakout room. But what did this miracle experiment game mean for you, or what transitions or miracles?
So I think I just have to say really quickly that I've had an eating disorder probably since I was 7, anorexia, bulimia, compulsive eating, and I've tried everything and nothing. I've never been able to find anything to actually really help me break free of that. And I had gone to an Ayurvedic cooking class a few years back, and I tried the food and I hated it. Like I just hated it. And I had read the book, The Ancient Secrets, and it just touched me to my core. And I thought, oh my God, I'm going to try it again. So I went out and bought all the ingredients, and I put it off and I put it off and I put it off, because if you don't like something, you're not going to continue on with it. And I had pretty much given up on life, to be really honest. Like I was eating myself into the grave, and I was okay with it. Like I was ready to go. I didn't know what my purpose was in life, and I still don't. But I ate the mung bean soup and I loved it.
Wow.
And that probably doesn't mean much to anybody, but for somebody who has struggled pretty much her whole life, there's light at the end of the tunnel now, because this is healing me, and the whole community that we've got here has healed me on such a deep level, and I want to live now, and I haven't wanted to live for years. So thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing, Lindy. If you're a microcosm of the macrocosm, and just to have this witnessing of, I haven't wanted to live in years, and as a result of this experience, I want to live. And not only that I want to live, but that life can be delicious. You know, what if healing can be delicious? You know, what good news is that for planet Earth? That should be on every news channel all over the planet. Healing can be delicious. You know, and part of the miracle is having, you know, the cookbook that Carol and the whole Ancient Secrets community put together, that it also can be simple and delicious and nurturing and healing. And just from one recipe, Hmong soup, to have this breakthrough is so beautiful, Lindy. Thank you so much for sharing that.
Thank you.
Let's again put our hands together for Lindy and for anyone else who has had those moments of, do I want to even continue? Actually, yes, I want to live. We love you. We're with you. So beautiful. Oh, Lindy, you're gonna make me cry. All right, we have so many more things in store for you. Cornelia, again, coming back to you. We have these announcements, 7-day detox, so exciting, delicious detox. As a part of a 100-day experience, there's a 30-day detox. If some people want to have consultations in advance, there's a link where we can set you up with either you can be on the waiting list for a Pulse consultation, or you can go for a Zoom consultation with one of the Vaidyas in India, and you can start it earlier. But if you want to start with us all together, it seems like a good way to start the year. And we have some other special surprises and treats in store. We at least wanted to make sure those announcements were in place. You have the links. For those who are live on this call, we have a special discount code opportunity for you as well. But then let's go into the breakout rooms, Cornelia. But before that, anything else that you want to share from just your heart today?
Yeah, I'm just so touched now. I really touched from everything we heard this morning from everyone. It just shows how powerful this experience is, this game. We called it a game because it was also supposed to be fun. But there is so much power in it that if you haven't gone through it, you just don't know. You cannot even understand what really happens in the people when we do it every day. And as I said before, this new format of having the daily activation very concise in a certain time frame and not going on forever, and having the mamas in it every single day, I think that was really a big part of, and Lindy was there nearly every morning as well. So that was really so beautiful to see what really happens when you get out what you put in it as well, of course. That's also something I have to say. And I just am blown away by all your stories today and your shares. And I'm just grateful to be part of it and having been able to witness it.
So beautiful.
Such a gift.
Yeah. You guys have given us a gift. In the audio track from Dr. Ram, he says, you have every right to be healthy. You have every right to be happy. You have every right to be successful. And, you know, Lindy and her sharing about different eating disorders, or anyone, you know, sometimes our relationship with food is just out of alignment, or a relationship with money, or a relationship with other people, or a relationship with ourselves, you know, to like what Katie was saying about Joan, just seeing her fall more and more in love with herself and her life. And one thing that I think happens in this miracle game is we have a chance to fall more in love with our lives, and more in love with the possibilities that exist in this gift that we've been given of life. So we're going to go into breakout rooms right now. Some people may be staying in the main room. And so if they are, Eleanor, I want you to, or Leonor, I want you to share, if you can stay in the main room when the breakout rooms come. We don't know how long our lives are going to be. You know, I want to thank Dr. Naram for that. The last 10 years of his life, he poured so much energy into not only me, but knew that through me, so many other people would benefit. And it's such a gift, a humbling gift and responsibility to know this information exists on the planet, that these secrets exist. and have the opportunity to share so people have a choice. And so thank you so much, each of you, for showing up today and saying, yes, I want to choose this. I want to do this experiment. I want to play this game, and I want to see what happens in my life as a result. You're going to go into breakout rooms right now and just trust that TT Devo Baba. Continue to exercise that muscle, that you'll trust that the exact right people will be in that room, and that you'll not only have a chance to be an instrument of love through whatever comes through your voice. I challenge you to be vulnerable and share just from your heart, whatever is real for you in this moment. And then also through hearing the reflections of other people as they're sharing their heart, that some of the most beautiful things in this miracle experiment game are about to happen now. So having said that, Cornelia, if you can open up those breakout rooms and people can go in, you'll stay in it as long as you want, and you leave just naturally from there, you can leave. Thank you again to all the mentors, miracle mentors who are facilitating that experience. So you should see, Cornelia.
Yeah, I just want to say, so I have set up all the groups from the MHE. I also have 2 other groups that are were not participating in the MHE. So you also can go in breakout rooms. And so you will see that pop up. And I have a couple of people that I'm not quite sure if you are part of it because of the game or not, because I just couldn't figure it out because of the names that you were giving here. So we'll figure it out while we are kind of when everyone going in there. So I open up all the rooms, and everyone should see it popping up now in front of you. And Shivan, which room were you in? Which group were you in? I couldn't find you.
I wasn't on the game this time.
Yeah, you were in the 101.
101.
Yeah. Okay.
Thanks, Cornelia.
Thank you. But you can stay here for a little while. I guess Dr. Clint is staying here.
For those on Facebook Live or watching this recording, we're just going to do a little bit of logistics, make sure everyone who gets into a room that needs to go in one. Now, if you're not in a breakout room yet, in the chat, if you can just put, if you're here with a friend or family member, you can put their name. If you're willing to go in any room, you can just say any. And so in the chat, if you just put, you can go in any room, or if you know the breakout room you're supposed to go into, you can put a name or the group number. Otherwise, we're just gonna have a discussion in here with some of the people that are here. Cornelia, does that work as far as getting everyone in the rooms that needs to?
Yeah, I'm just checking here who is still here. Desiree Taylor, I wasn't sure if you wanted to be with Jana Taylor. So I wasn't sure if that is someone that needs to be assigned to a room, or I don't know. And all the rest.
Okay, Desiree, do you, actually, we'll see if, I don't know if you're able to unmute yourself, but do you know which breakout room you want to go to? You want to go in with Jana?
I don't know if she's related to her or not.
Okay, you can put her in there. And then for those who are
hi, this is Desiree. I was trying to type, I'm a guest of Shifra, so I haven't done any of this.
Shifra. Okay, then I put you into Shifra's room. Give me
Put
one
you in
second.
Shifra's room.
Thank you.
Amazing. Thank you for joining today.
Thank you so much.
All right. Leonore, I am so happy to see you. Amazing, beautiful, youthful sister.
Yes. Good morning, Dr. Clinchy. Do you want me to share? I'll say something. But
yeah, whatever in your heart. I saw you raise your hand, and I want to make sure you had a chance to share.
What's on my mind is that I did the course, the miracle course last time, of course, but weekly and almost daily, my connection with ancient secrets is just building and building, so that all the courses I took before, and maybe I take them again, it just keeps reverberating. And while the focus is today on the course people are enrolled in, I want to give testimony to that word reverberation, or what keeps going and building. And for me, it was really helpful to take a time off and to work with the richness that I received in the 100-day and the detox, in the 30-day detox, and in the miracle course. And being now with Ancient Secrets for close to, it seems longer, but it's 2 years. People become involved in it from the fringes, carefully, softly, people without pulling them, like your sister said, without forcing or pushing. And we had such a good, we have many good conversations on the WhatsApp group, you know, in the chats, and we're learning so much there from each other. So maybe this is not what you expected me to say, but I feel that the community is just amazing because of what goes on behind the formality of the courses.
Yeah, beautiful. Well, I'm so happy that you're here to witness that and share that, because it's so true. The reverberation happens, and without efforting too much, you
That's
just
right.
allow it to deepen, and it's almost like a great wine. Sometimes it gets older with time, or when you're marinating a food, you know, you let it settle, and then the richness comes out.
True, but then it also pulls in these other bacteria, the other yeasts. I use now that the other people in my environment who I thought even in the beginning or just a few days ago, I could draw somebody faster to the healing of a boil underfoot. And Deborah Ann Wagner and I exchanged in the chat was that just to let the love guide us, tune into where the person is and why they have failed for decades and are still saying yes to their failures is extremely powerful, because we really let the love do the work instead of us. We are not identifying with the book, or yes, we are in us, but not in front of the other person. We just offer, and we listen, this deep listening quality with gratitude to who they are even. Even so they confide and they say, I cannot quit smoking. And the person's body is just really ravaged. And you know that what we do is superficial, and they are not there to really want to change. And yet we have the testimonials of all the good, the testimonials of what people have as breakthroughs, but being patient and to watch, maybe the other person has a breakthrough or not, to be so detached, it's mind-blowing.
Yeah, I love that. I love that you're witnessing that as well too, because sometimes we want so badly for someone else, but do they want it? And also, how do we know their soul's journey?
Yes,
we can do. That's why I love what I witnessed through Dr. Ram, and just even saying, I didn't come to teach you, I came to love you. Love will teach you. Also to be in that position of saying, okay, I'm not the healer. I'm not wiser than the whole everything. I can actually be curious, and instead of needing it to play out in a certain way, I can witness it with love, and I can love people where they're at and trust that what I want is what I want, what they want is what they want, and that everyone will learn through it. We'll all discover more about the miracle of this life. So thank you, Leonard, for that as well. So beautiful.
I want to add one more thing is, I'm getting glimpses to where Dr. Naram might have gone to had he lived longer in this body, not changed his shirt earlier. The Marmas, to which I found had a slower relationship with. The food was to me just absolutely a no-brainer, literally. But I feel that all the healing sciences or modalities that are coming through, I'm talking with Dr. Wexler about some, they are in a way going to where the Marmas are, this neurological, this programming. And I hope we can keep the door open, that there is exchange. People are on the WhatsApp sometimes even censored a little bit, or be careful, does this still belong to Ancient Secrets or not? And it usually does. Even so, it might involve, electrohypersensitivity. The dots connect. And I feel this is where the Ancient Secrets community is also, it's like boosting up into huge dimensions, because we are all not blank pages. So thank you so much. I'm going to close here with this.
I love it. I love that whatever you share comes from love. And I know that, Leonore, and you're so powerful. You've changed my life and so many people's. It's so fun that you're here. And thank you for coming to celebrate with everyone.
Yeah, I do.
Just doing that for the first time, and then giving your perspective of what life is like after. So beautiful. So what I want to do is, Leonore, for you, there's some groups that don't have a lot of people in them right now. Is it okay if I send you into one of the groups and then?
Yes, of course.
Okay, beautiful. So I'm going to send you into one of the groups right now.
By the way,
And-
my
Oh, sorry about that. I just started. Okay. So sending with so much love. Now there's a couple other people here
I
who
don't
I
know
don't know.
what, Dr. Lind, I don't know what happens when I go into breakout room with Facebook Live. So I don't know.
Oh, that's okay. Well, I just want to say for anyone watching on Facebook Live, I posted, if you're on my page or Dr. Norm's page, I posted the links for the things we've announced, the 7-day detox, the 100 and Ancient Secrets 101 and the 100-day experience. So you'll see those links there. Otherwise, we love you. We're with you. Every Sunday, there's a free Ancient Secrets community call in which you can be inspired and come with questions and come with a possibility. So you're always welcome on those calls. Thank you. Love you. And we're with you.
Thank you.
Okay, so now if you can end the, Cornelia, if you can end the, oh, fantastic. And then I'll also end the recording for today
And
too.
the
Or
recording
pause it.
here.
Oh,